Welcome to GINESYS release update for GINESYS HO version 11.46.2 released on 29 June 2015. Today we are going to discuss about the enhancements released in this update. First enhancement in this release update is short excess concept has been introduced for sales return against managed stores. Previously, there was no option to book short or excess receipt at the time of accepting return items from store. Now, at the time of accepting return items from an outright store, operator will be able to enter short or excess item quantity if any. We are in GINESYS back office. Let's do a sales return against a GRT done from store. Sales and distribution, outright sales return. Let's select a GRT which has been sent from store. Let's scan the items. Excess and short quantity has been received against the items. We need to click on Populate button to populate the items. Sales return has been done successfully with short and excess items. Second enhancement in this release update is multiple LRs issue receipt concept has now been introduced. Previously, there was no option to issue or receive multiple LRs simultaneously. Issuing or receiving one LR at a time was becoming a very time-consuming task. GINESYS has now provided a new tab in LR Workbench for bulk entries, where multiple LRs can be either issued or received at one go. Let's do the same in our software. Let's issue and receive multiple LRs at one go. Inventory tab, Logistics, Incoming, LR Workbench. When we need to issue an LR, we need to select the operation as Issue and then select the LR which need to be issued. After the LRs has been selected, we need to select Process button. Issue to and remarks both are non-mandatory fields. We may or we may not enter any data in these fields. All the LRs has been issued successfully at one go. Now let's try to receive multiple LRs at one go. To do so, we need to select Receive as the operation and then select the LRs which need to be received. After the LRs have been selected, we need to click on Process button to receive the LRs. All the pending quantity will be received for the selected LRs. Do you want to proceed? If we click on Yes, all the pending quantity will be received. Multiple gate entries has been done with respective LR. Please note, we will discuss more about LR Workbench and bulk entry in our another video. Third enhancement in this release update is Select All and Deselect All options has now been provided in Bale Details window. Previously, we didn't have an option to select or deselect multiple bales at one go. Selection of one bale at a time was a very time-consuming task. We have now provided Select All and Deselect All buttons in Bale Selection window. Let's check the same in our software. Let's check Bale Details window in Gate Entry form. Inventory, Logistics, Incoming, Gate Entry. Let's select a gate entry. Bale Details window. We need to click on Deselect All button to deselect all the selected bales. Few bales couldn't be deselected as it is already tagged to a GRC. Please note, those bales will not get deselected which has already been tagged to a GRC, and with the help of Select All button, we'll be able to select all the bales. All the bales have been selected. Fourth enhancement in this release update is Purchase Invoice or Purchase Return Debit Note can now be created automatically while creating goods receipt or goods return challan. Previously, there was no option to create invoice automatically. Operator had to first create the challan and then had to go to invoice form to create invoices. GINESYS has now come up with a profile-based option to create invoice or purchase return debit note automatically after goods received or goods return challan has been created. Let's do the same in our software. We are in GINESYS back office. In order to create purchase invoice or purchase return debit note automatically, we need to provide the privilege to the user. Let's do the same. Admin, security settings, user profile. In procurement tab, we need to enable the option allow auto creation of PI and PRDN and then save. Let's create a GRC now. Procurement, goods received challan, goods received challan has been created successfully. On clicking on OK button, system will seek for the permission to create purchase invoice. Do you want to generate purchase invoice against this GRC? We need to click on yes. We need to provide the document number and select the applicable ledger and then click on OK. Purchase invoice has been created successfully. Purchase invoice details are being displayed. Please note, auto invoice creation is not applicable for goods received challan wizard. Let's create a goods return challan. Auto PRDN can be created from both goods return challan ad hoc and goods return challan against invoice. Auto PRDN is not applicable from goods return challan wizard. Let's create a goods return challan against goods received. Goods return challan has been created successfully. Once we click on OK button, system will seek for the permission to create auto purchase return debit note. Do you want to generate purchase return debit note against this GRT? To create purchase return debit note, please click on yes. Document adjustment is mandatory as per your profile setting, unable to create return invoice document. Purchase return debit note was not created because document adjustment is mandatory for purchase return debit note. Let's make adjustment non-mandatory. We can do the same from admin module, security settings, user profile. We need to deselect the option document adjustment mandatory in purchase return debit note and then save. We will now create a goods return challan. Goods return challan against goods received. Goods return challan has been created. Let's create an auto purchase return debit note. We need to provide the document number and select the applicable ledger. On OK button click, auto purchase return debit note will be created. Purchase return debit note has been created. Last enhancement in this release update is debit outstanding auto email reports can now be filtered as per the agent or customer class. Previously, if the report was scheduled to be sent to the respective agents or customers, the report was sent to all the agents or customers. There was no provision to send the report only to some specific class of customers or agents. But now it can be filtered as per the class. Suppose a debit outstanding mail should be sent to only outright customers for which you have separate class. The filter can be applied for the same. Please note this configuration needs to be done by GINESYS team itself. These were the enhancements released in this update for HO version 11.46.2. Thank you.